What are you talking about? Abundant but broke? You can't be abundant and broke. How can you be abundant when you're in lack? Yeah, but what is lack? Maybe lack is when you can't recognize the true abundance that is around you. Yeah, maybe that is lack. Think about it. There are so many people out there who financially are fine, but their life isn't. Abundance isn't related to things or to money. Abundance is when you can see the beauty in what is around you. So when I worked in television, I worked really long hours, 16, 17 hours. My life was just, I was like someone had pressed fast forward. Yeah, and that was me. I love my job. I did love my job. Don't get me wrong, yeah? But I would be doing 16 hours, travelling down the M25 for 2.5 hours, 1 o'clock in the morning, washing the kitchen floor, and then I would be up at 4:30. It was crazy. And I could not see. I couldn't see what I had around me because I was so focused on working, on paying my mortgage, on making sure that I was providing, that I could not see. And then things changed. And okay, at the time that it didn't feel so good, yeah? But actually it was a blessing. That is another video for a later date. But when I finally was able to see, oh my gosh, suddenly I felt so abundant. I would walk into the woods and I would look at the form of the trees, of the tree trunks, see the different textures of the bark. In the beautiful autumn, the colours of the leaves, picking up a conker, that incredible feeling of when you pick up a conker for the first time that year and you open the casing and that shiny, beautiful, slightly wet conker is glistening, and you take the casing away and you hold it. That is abundance. That is abundance. And so often we can become lost in a cycle of grind and of trying to pay the bills, to pay our mortgage, we're in fear that all the time that we're going to lose what we have. And that fear and that need to keep moving like a machine, like a robot, it keeps us blinded to what we really have around us. We have beauty in the natural world. Such beauty, such magnificence. I mean, I'm sure there are many of you who love David Attenborough. Yeah, when you watch his programs and you see the beauty in the flowers and how they grow, and the beauty in the creatures that swim underneath our oceans, It is truly magnificent and truly a miracle. Yeah? Even the simplest things. Even the simplest things. I remember last year I went for a walk with a friend of mine, and we were walking down a road, and I had not seen a fig tree before. And there was a fig tree, and the fruit was on the tree, and she said, "Oh, look, figs, let's pick some figs." And we picked figs, and we went back to her house, and I just felt so much joy. And I opened the figs and ate them, and I thought, this is just incredible. So often we're used to now, aren't we, in the supermarket, our fruit and vegetables and everything packed in packages. And there we were, and we picked the fruit off the tree. Okay, and that was amazing. I remember as a child we had a cooking apple tree, and we had a eating apple tree in our back garden. And that excitement of picking the eating apples off the tree. Too many times we can look over the little things that are wondrous, that are beautiful, and that is lack. Yeah, that is lack. It's not about the money in your pocket. Even the simplest thing, like having a wonderful cup of coffee. I am obsessed with my coffee, and it doesn't matter, I drink so much coffee, but each time I have my wonderful cup, I have one of those things that you put on the stove. Oh, you don't need a big fancy coffee machine, I tell you, you don't. One of those, I can't even pronounce it, I can't pronounce it. And if you've got a gas stove, you put it on the stove, and your coffee brews, and just the whole thing of putting it together and producing this coffee, and then I whiz my oat milk with a hand whizzer, and every time I have my cup of coffee is wonderful. Yeah? We associate too much with stuff and the things that we have. And actually, stuff can become such a burden in our lives. This was really highlighted to me in the last couple of years, because my father, I love my father, he passed away. And my mum came to live with me, and then she moved into a nursing home. Myself and my brothers, we had to clear the family home. My dad, he was minimalist, yeah, but my mum, she collected things. She loved her antiques, yeah, and she collected and she collected and she collected. And us as children, we were faced with clearing all this stuff, and it was so stressful. And you're trying to honor these things that they had amassed throughout the years, because that was them, that felt part of them. And we were trying to honor these things. But the thing is, they are just things. Now I have a garage, and it's full of the things we condense down. And at some point I'm going to need to tackle that. And that really made me think. And I thought, you know what? I don't want my daughter, in however many years' time it is, to be managing with her grief of losing her mum, and at the same time having to then manage with stuff. Yeah? Like, I don't want to put that burden upon her. So, actually in my home, we don't have We have clutter. That's because of my crochet. But I have a few things, just a few things. Put them in a cardboard box. Yeah? That's all you need, darling. Don't worry about the rest of it. Yeah, because stuff isn't important. Stuff isn't our memories. Our memories are here. Our memories aren't the table that we inherited or the picture that's been hanging on the wall for years. Okay, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a sentimental attachment to something. I have that. I can see now in the corner of my eye, I have a picture that hung on my grandparents' wall in their dining room, and I have that picture now, and I love that picture because of it, yeah? But we don't have to attach so much emotion to objects, to things, because that is all they are, yeah? So we're just human beings. We can live so simply. I have fresh water. Water keeps me alive. Yeah, and a little bit of food. Okay? But the thing that brings me joy is my beautiful doggy here who's lying in my lap and gives me that unconditional love that is just incredible. It's love. It's the wonder of nature. It's the sun beating on your face for the first time that year after a harsh winter. These things are what abundance is. And when we can recognize that, when we can see that, it doesn't matter what our financial situation is. Because when we can recognize the beauty in what we have around us, that is when we are truly abundant. So, it is day 29, I think. I'm not sure 100%. And yeah, my crochet channel, I'm still a bit behind on getting the content out. This channel, however, because I post every day, my subscribers are going up, my views are going up, everything's going up. So I need to get back on the crochet channel pretty quick. Anyway, thank you for being with me. Have a wonderful day. Please do comment. Let me know what fills your heart with joy. What is it? What's that little thing in your day that might not mean anything to anyone else, but what's that thing that you just love and you appreciate? Sending you so much love. Bye-bye.